Coming up, the artillery Sidewinder X1 updates. How'd it work out? Let's find out. Hey everybody, Chris Sergeant Taz here, and today I'm going to go over what happened with my first version of the artillery Sidewinder X1. I had the version 2 that I purchased. This is the version 1 that I purchased after version 2, and after I've had the issues. So, running through all the problem solving that I did, I naturally assumed that this was the culprit. This is the MKS version 1 board. I assumed that one of the steppers had blown out. The actual drivers were good on it, but for some reason it was still making weird vibrations. So after all of my problem solving and talking with tech support, they sent me another board. They sent me another board, which was nice. Unfortunately, it didn't solve the problem. Let's see, where was I? So I replaced the board and did all the connections and got it all hooked up. Still had the same problem. So I'm like, what the hell could it be? So running through all the cables again, I came across something really interesting. The actual ribbon cable that's inside the x-axis, just below it, actually has a pin that's messed up. I don't know how this occurred because I wasn't messing with it when it originally broke, so I'm assuming that it was like a bad soldered connection or just a bad adapter at some point. So once again, excuse me, once again I'm emailing tech support, and they're gonna have to send me this part now. So unfortunately, my version 2 is still down and out, and there's not a whole heck of a lot I can do about it yet because this is actually a proprietary part. This is something that they only make, so I have to wait till I get it. I tried adjusting the pin inside, but it's so small, even with my microscope, I couldn't get it to solder or get the pin right. And I was afraid that if I keep messing with it, I might blow something else on the board, or one of the stepper drivers, or even possibly a stepper motor. So currently I'm in a holding pattern on my V2 up until I get the part. Then I'll update again and show you what I did. Hopefully help somebody else out. But I actually had to take this off to even see it. So just so you're aware, if you're having some kind of trouble where the axis is shifting or making noise after a while, odds are it's the ribbon cable. They always tell you that, but you look at it and it looks fine. So it's hard to explain. You have to really dig in and deep. Like I said, I had to take this off to even see it because it's right by the upright. It sits in like kind of like this, and then your axis is here, kind of blocking it, so your bed coats over this to some degree and you can hardly see it. So getting in here to see that pin. I don't even know if I can pull it up on camera, but that I got like a pin that's out. See the little black right in through there? It's actually gone. Like it broke off. I don't know how it happened, because I wasn't pulling the ribbon cable in and out, and it was working fine. Like this one here is working fine. It just all of a sudden stopped. So I don't know if it got a short or if it wasn't quite right from the factory, and maybe that's what happened. It just shorted out on a ribbon and caused me grief. Hopefully this is the problem, but I won't know until I get the part, which like I said is proprietary, so you can't just order another one off of Amazon. Like, I mean, the board, I could have just ordered another MKS board and replaced it if I wanted to. I waited for them to send it to me because I figured I've just purchased a printer, so it shouldn't be broke. So they send it out. It's just going to probably take another 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks for me to get it. So, oh, and I purchased the tape from them. They have that black tape that's on the outside of it, which is really nice. I can't seem to locate it. They're not really specific on what brand it is, but it cost me $4 from them, because I had to tear up the other printer to get the ribbon cable off, because I had to test the ribbon cables and see what was going on. So unfortunately I had to purchase some more tape. We'll see how much they give me. So I'll update in my next video. Well, next video about this subject I'll update and let you guys know what happened. Like I said, it's probably going to be about 2 weeks out, 2-3 weeks out until I get the part. So that's where I'm at with the Artillery Sidewinder X1 V2. Thankfully I bought another one, which I said I'd like how it prints still, so I'm not upset. It's just one of those weird things where if this was the only printer I had, like some people on Facebook get angry, and I understand why. Because if I only had that printer and that wasn't working, I'd be frustrated. And when you put that kind of money out, it's frustrating. But you also have to understand that these things are electronic, and sometimes you're going to wind up with issues. If you don't have a backup printer, I don't recommend buying the Artillery at this point, because it's hard to get parts. I wish they had something US based where you could just order something when you needed it. They don't, so we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know and I'll keep you updated. I appreciate you watching, and give me a like and subscribe. Helps me out. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. See ya.